Sippers.
Happy Sunday.
And happy Halloween.
Halloween. It's Halloween soon, isn't it?
Halloween soon. Are you going out trick or treating? Or if you're not tricking, this is a treat today with Art Sippers. We're going to take you on a bit of a artistic roller coaster.
Yes, we are. Should we quickly show you the artwork? So the art part of Art Sippers.
What we got today?
We've got friendly ghosts.
Oh, we like that. Friendly ghosts. Not one, not two, but 3 cheeky ghosts.
Oh, there you go. And a little spider there.
Oh, just in case. Hope you're not scared of them. I get a bit scared of spiders. But we are called Art Sippers. But who are we? I'm Elliot Naughty. They call me Naughty around here.
Naughty. And I'm Josie Pitcher.
Pitcher, Naughty, Pitcher. Call us NorteyPitcher. So we're going to take you from 0 to Picasso in about 90 minutes.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. And we're going to try and build your creative confidence muscle. We want to get that flexing because confidence and creativity, they're linked. So if you get creative, you get confident. If you get confident, you get creative. It all works together. So we are Art Sippers Challenge. This is a challenge today to see if you can create this masterpiece. And there's a few steps to this challenge. Do you want to tell them, Pitcher?
Step number 1 of the Art Sippers Challenge is to take a quick picture of your blank canvas.
That's correct.
So this is so that you can see your progress from 0 to Picasso.
Hey!
So the second step is to take a picture of your final masterpiece. So step 1, before. Step 2, after.
You're all going to create a masterpiece. We know it. And the third and final step to the Art Sippers Challenge is the thing that really builds that confidence muscle. Do you know what it is?
And that is to share your work. So that's mainly show someone else your creation, your masterpiece. You can show a family member, you can put it up on your wall at home, or you can put it on socials, get your, I don't know, family member to share it on their socials. So yeah, share your work, show somebody else.
Or send it to us. We want to see it. We have our own Facebook group. Come and send it to us. The Art Sippers Kids Club. Send it to us so we can see your magnificent artworks in large print because we can't see them on here.
So you can just hashtag Art Sippers Challenge and we will find it and we can see it because we can't see you right now.
You can't.
Although we're live, we cannot see you right now. So we can't see your beautiful masterpieces. So make sure you share your work with us.
A little Brucey bonus, if you send them in to us, we're going to choose a little winner who can win a prize. So that's an extra reason why you should share your artwork. We're going to choose a winner. Whoever sends in some of the artworks, we'll pluck out a lucky winner, and it could be you. So make sure you send it to us so that we can see it.
All right. So what I'm going to do now we've gone through the walls.
Now the tools.
Actually, quickly.
Oh.
We haven't introduced our Belly the Bell.
Belly
Belly the Bell.
What does
So
this mean,
smiley.
Pitcher?
Every time we press Belly the Bell, we do the sipping part of Art
Yes,
Sippers.
this is important. So Art Sippers. This is the sip. So if you've got your box, boom, time to grab it. Get your box.
Dig deep.
Open it up and you'll find a cheeky sip. And every time we press belly, you have a cheeky sip. Is it nice?
It's cold.
It's cold.
It's nice.
Cold is good. And this is so that you can pause and reflect. So sometimes when you're painting, it gets a bit serious, it gets a bit tense. So we want to make sure that you just calm it down. And as you have a little calmy, cheeky sip, you get a bit of perspective. And you don't feel so stressed and overwhelmed anymore. So have a cheeky sip every time you press our cheeky bell.
Yes.
Well, that's really nice.
It's nice.
Oh, I do like that.
Raspberry
Oh, I do like that. I'll pop it back down.
All right, so I'll just quickly show you the artwork again. So this is our friendly ghost. We've got 3 little friendly ghosts here. One that's a little bit scared of the spider, one in the middle, and then one little witchy one that's on a broom. Although I do think it looks slightly Harry Potter-esque with these colours.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What I can't remember. Is it like there's a name of I can't remember.
What's that?
The name of a school.
Oh. Right, so what we're doing is we're going to
I'm going to remember. It'll come
You'll
to me.
remember. We're going to grab some brushes. So dig into your Art Sippers Experience box and grab the big brush. So you'll have a big brush like this with a flat edge to it. We're going to be using that for larger areas of the canvas. So the background here. Oh, I've got a wet brush.
Oh, hello.
So yeah, background area, covering a lot of that background area. That'll be used for the big brush.
The Hogwarts School. That's it. That's the name. That's the name. It's like the uniform. It's like the uniform. I know what I'm talking about. I think
It's exactly like the uniform.
sometimes.
Then we're going to grab a medium brush. So this medium brush has another flat edge. It's a medium size in your box, and it has a flat edge to it.
Ooh.
So grab that one. And then grab this small little round brush. So this is a little detail brush. You'll definitely need the little small round brush for the little eyelashes, the cheeks, the smile. The medium brush will be used for things maybe such as the leaves here.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. There you go. Very good. So that's the 3 brushes. We need a pencil because we are going to sketch this out. Paper towel, which you will find in your box too. So that is, just grab that. That's to wipe your brushes. And then some acrylic paints.
Oh, what colours have you got, Pitcher?
If you go into your box, you'll grab some paints like this. We've got loads of different colours here. I've been squeezing them out already. So these are the colours we have got. We have got white.
You got white.
So this is acrylic paint. So be careful if you're using acrylic paint. Try not to get it on your clothes. So white. Lemon yellow. Ochre yellow. So that's the mustard colour. Orange. This one is phthalo blue. So it's actually spelled P-H-T-H-A-L-O.
Halo.
Halo. So there is another one in there. They do look very similar. You've got phthalo blue. There's that one there. And then you've also got ultramarine. We're not using ultramarine today.
If you're wondering, how do I get this? You can go to our website. Yes, this is how you get your kids' gift box.
Yes.
This is on artzippers.com/shop, and you'll see it on there.
If you haven't got one of our boxes, you can use some pens and pencils today, but it's going to be a slightly different process. We've got crimson red, burnt umber, and black. So there are colours that we're going to use today. And this didn't come inside your experience box.
What's that?
And that is some tap water. So we need some clean tap water. I know this doesn't look clean because I don't usually clean the cup. I usually just pour some more water in it. The reason I don't clean the cup is because this happens sometimes.
What's that, Pitcher? And you don't want that to happen. So, because we're going to be doing some sipping, make sure that your lovely sip and your paint juice are on different sides of your table, so you don't accidentally do what Pitcher did. You want to be sipping this, not that. This, not that.
And that's why I don't clean it, because as soon as I go like that, I can see all the paint, and I go, okay, this is not my cup. When you've got a clean cup you're using, happens sometimes. Be careful. Try not to sip your paint juice. Okay, so there are all the tools. Of course, you will need something to paint on. I've got our canvas today. I'm using the stretched canvas on the frame, but you can use the canvas board. It's up to you.
Perfect to hang up on your wall.
Yeah, and as well as all of that, Naughty, do you want to go through the competition?
Oh, yes, I do. Here we go.
Okay, so what are we doing today?
We are going to be telling you some artifacts and some dad jokes. So not only are you going to be getting creative with your fingers, you're going to get creative with your mind. I'll give you a little tester. This is one of them. This is one of the kind of levels of the dad jokes. Kind of Halloween inspired. Which ghost is the best dancer? Which ghost is the best dancer?
I don't know this one.
Answer: the boogeyman.
That's a good one.
Boogeyman.
That's good. I like that.
That's the level.
That's
So I want you to guess at home and see if you can guess the answer to my dad jokes. It gets you going. It gets you going. It's hard to multitask, to think creatively and be creative, but we're testing you. It's all part of the challenge. And like we said at the start of the show, we want you to send in your artworks. Send them in to us at the end of the show. Send it to our Facebook group, Art Sippers Kids, and we would love to see it. And hopefully, you could be the winner of our special prize. Yeah. But before we get started, there is one rule in Art Sippers, and we take this very, very seriously.
I do take this seriously. I have to go into my serious tone now, the deeper tone.
Ooh, I like that tone.
So, Art Sippers, the number one rule is no judgment in here today. So no judgment. That's mainly no judgment on anybody else, but mainly on yourself.
That's
so
right.
no judging yourself through this process. Sometimes you can be quite critical on your own work. You can be quite harsh to yourself. Try and have a little bit of a play and let it go today. Does something matter?
I like that. That rhymed. Have a little play
Okay.
and let it go
Let it go.
today.
Let it go.
And that's why we wear a blue beret. It's important. We don't take ourselves seriously, and it helps you when you're creating. So you don't take things overly seriously. It's all about fun. And the more fun you have, usually the better your artwork turns out. So before we get going, I'm going to make sure that you feel really calm and really relaxed, because you can't create if you feel a bit tense. So we're going to loosen up our shoulders right now. There we go. Let's loosen up our shoulders. There we go. And this should loosen up all your muscles, because you're about to use all your muscles to paint a masterpiece. So now your shoulders are loose. You need to get your fingers loose. Okay, so let's get our hands out. Let's loosey-goosey. Look at that. It's like we're doing a reverse swim. And now your arms and your fingers are loose. Let's raise them up to the sky, like so. There we go. And then as they're at the top, breathe it in and shake it out. There we go. That's what we're talking about. It's like a little thriller move. Thriller, thriller night. Let's do that again. Let's get our arms and our fingers moving. There we go. And then raise them higher. Breathe it in and shake it out. I'm going to do it one more time. So this really lets all those juices start to flow. One more time. There we go. Fingers out. Move them around. Raise them higher. There we go. And then breathe it in and shake it out. All the tension should now be gone from your body. And it's time to create a masterpiece. Let's do this, little sippers.
Sip, sip.
All right.
Okay, right. Let's have a little look. We have got 3 friendly ghosts.
Not 1, not 2, but 3.
3. You could do more. You could do less. It's completely up to you. And you can add your own little creative elements into this piece today. So we've got a little spider over here where this little ghost is getting a little bit spooked out. And then I've got one obviously on a broomstick. But you could go a little bit different. Maybe you want to add a pumpkin. Maybe you want to add a little pumpkin down here.
Oh, that'd be nice.
What other spooky effects? What would you add, Naughty?
Ooh, I might.
You could put.
I like the web. I like you've got a nice web there.
Yeah.
What else is nice? A cat. Maybe a little cat, a black cat.
Black cat.
That'd be quite nice.
You could change the color of the background. So I've done this kind of dark blue. You might actually want to change the color, especially if you're thinking of doing a black cat or a black spider, because it doesn't show up as much.
That's true.
So you could do a little bit of a lighter background. You could do another spooky kind of maybe orange background.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, an orange background could be quite good. But I have got the orange leaves. So if you did an orange background, maybe you wanted to change to greeny leaves. Brown leaves. I don't know. So I've got the autumn leaves because it's that time of year now. I wonder if any of you have gone out leaf picking. So it's that time of year to collect all the beautiful, colourful leaves.
I do like this season. This is a good season. You see those reds and all of those oranges, just like the ghost hat that he's wearing there, the Hogwarts hat.
It is, yeah. It's like these kind of colours. And then you can change up the facial features as well. So maybe you want spooky ghosts, scary ghosts.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe you don't want friendly ghosts. So have a little play and have a little think about that before we start. But let's grab our pencil. So you want a nice sharp pencil. Mine's a little bit black, actually. And then you want to grab your canvas.
Yes.
We're going to start by doing the middle ghost, which is this one here. And it's a little bit just kind of up and down, really. It's not going to the side in any way. It's just kind of standing straight, this one. So we're going to go up. We're going to curve round. And then we're going to curve back down. And then we're going to do some of these folds. So it's almost like the letter U. Upside down.
Love it. And yes, you should find this pencil inside your box, so dig deep and you'll find it in there.
So I'm going to leave a bit of space here, and I'm going to start about here, and I'm going to go up, curve up a little bit, curve round a little bit, and then curve down, like that. I'll do it stronger in pencil so you can see at home.
So it's almost like a big N, like a lowercase n.
Yeah.
A big one.
Without the little bit there. All right. Okay, now let's do some of the folds. Let's start from here. And we're just going to do kind of like a kind of squiggly line and curve line up. So we'll start from here and we'll do a little round shape and we'll curve up like that. Okay, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't look exactly the same as me. These are just random. So we're just going to do that little curve. This looks like the folds in the ghost. I was going to say a sheep, but no, it's a real ghost here.
Yeah, this is not a person underneath this.
No.
This is a real thing, the real McCoy.
It's not a Halloween costume at all. You can do this side as well, and you can go fold up and wave round. Can you see I'm just doing a curve and then waving up? And some you can do higher, some you can do shorter. I'm going to do another one. Curve up. You can add some little pleats as well. Maybe you want to do a little swiggle here and a swiggle here. Maybe one little one down here.
I like that. The more creases, the better, actually.
Yeah, it looks like it's being really folded.
Yeah, it makes it look like a lot of movement.
Yeah. So you can do as many as you like. And then you can add a smiley face or a scared face or whatever you like. I did a little smiley face for this one here. So I did a little smile here. I did it 2 curved lines. Like this.
It makes it look a lot less scary. When I think of a ghost, I get a bit scared. I get a bit spooked. But having a little smiley face on a ghost, it does make you feel better.
And then I'm going to do a little upside down U and then flick up. So I did a wavy line, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another little flick, and that looks like 2 little eyelashes there. See that? Okay, and I'm going to mirror that the other side, so I do a wavy line. So it's kind of like that, and then I flick up for an eyelash, and then I do another one here. So you've got 2. Don't forget to add some little rosy cheeks if you want to. Go over your lines if you want them to kind of stick out a little bit.
Oh, look how happy that ghost looks. Look at the happy face. Look at them rosy cheeks.
Now let's have a look at the other ghost. We've got this one that's getting spooked by the spider. So this one is still curved at the top like this one here, but actually it goes down to a little bit of a point. Can you see that? It goes down to a little bit of a point. So this one's kind of flying in quite quickly, and it's all kind of gone to a little bit of a point there. So we're going to do, it's almost like a big teardrop shape.
Ah, it is.
You see? Like a little teardrop.
Oh, that's cool.
Or a comma.
Yes. You can even turn it upside down if you find it easier to do it that way.
Yeah, whichever way. So let's start by the rounded shaped circle here. So it's a big curve. It's not a circle, but it's a big curve. It's like a semicircle here. Like that. I'm going to rub that a little bit out. Made it a bit too big. And then I'm bringing this down here. Go into a little bit of a point. This one curves around like this to a bit of a point.
And that goes right to the edge of the canvas as well.
And then this one curves around and meets it. See that? And then you just smooth it all out. Go around it a couple of times. Smooth it all out. Rub that a little bit out there. And you've got a bit more of a flying in ghost now. Again, you can do a couple of the little waves. Pleats in the ghost. And then let's do the face. So I've got open mouth here. Oh no!
I like that noise. Is that a noise that the ghost is making?
Yes. Oh no! Spider! You don't have to colour it in. Let's do 2 open eyes this time. So we've got one eye here. One eye here. Maybe you want them the same size. And then you can do some shocked eyebrows.
Yeah, how do you do shocked eyebrows? 'Cause you've done it
Well,
really
it's not
well.
really, it's kind of like a little bit scared, so it's just slightly small and curved.
And they're
around.
raised, aren't they? They're like,
Yeah,
like
little
raised a
raised
little
up,
bit.
like, ooh, a little bit raised, slightly to the side. And then you can do the cheeks. Raisy cheeks. Nice. You can always make it bigger or smaller if you wanted to make it a little bit bigger. Maybe I'd make it a tiny touch bigger here. We've got the final one as well now.
You can name them as well. Perfect time to name your ghosts. What are you going to call them? What are you going to call them?
Okay, so we've got the last one that's kind of flying in a little bit to the side, but not as much as this one. This one's moved really quick, like, but this one's just like, hey, I'm having a great time on this broom.
So I want to see if I can test you guys.
Oh, have a sip.
These are friendly ghosts, but do you know the original friendly ghost? There was a movie made about this ghost. Can you tell me the name of the original friendly ghost? If you know it, shout it out loud. I'm going to tell you in a few seconds. The original friendly ghost was a movie. It used to go everywhere. It was a really good movie, actually. I watched it when I was younger.
I loved it.
Can you remember?
Yeah, of course I know that one. Okay, let's do the final ghost. We're going to do that same kind of semicircle curve over here. It's about the same size as the other ones. And this one kind of falls down a little bit like this. It goes a bit wavy. And then this side goes down. Goes out a little bit.
I love that they're all at different angles. You've got one kind of solid in the middle, and two of them are like tilting in towards the middle. And they look like they're having a great time. They're like giggling. They're having a great time in this one.
They do, don't they? Having fun. And then we do the same what we did here. We do a couple of little wavy lines going up. So you can curve it down and up. Another one. Curve up. Maybe a bit more. Do a smaller one. Do as many as you like, however many pleats you need. You could do some little lines like that. I've done another smiley face here. You can do any face you want. I just did a little smile. Rosy cheeks again, either side. And then some more of them closed eyes, but you can do open eyes.
That's what I think they sound like. Having a great time.
And then, of course, you've got the hat, which you can add to this one here.
Yeah, it looks like this ghost is also part witch.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. It's a witch ghost.
That was the aim, but then it started to look a bit like Harry Potter because of the colours. I was supposed to do a purple hat, but it went a little bit burgundy, reddy thing.
Matches the autumnal scene.
So we're going to actually lose this top of the ghost now by doing the hat. Let's have a look at the hat. So the hat, we've got this little peak of the hat, and it's actually just a big curved line like this. Your big smiley face. It's a big curved line, and it goes in. So we've got this big curved line, and it goes in to this kind of little band. So let's do that. We're going to do this big curved line, and it's going to cut over the forehead of the ghost.
Ah, just a little bit over.
Yeah, so we want to do this big curved line. So ready? We're going to do, ready, curved line. It's going to cut in like this. And then we're going to go in. So it's a big curved line. And it goes in. Like this. So we will rub out this part. You can rub it out now if you want, so you don't get confused.
So it looks right now like part of a halo. That's what it looks like. So put a half a halo on your ghost head. That's what we're looking for.
And then what we want to do is we want to join this bit to this bit here like that. So do a big curved line and join it. So we're getting the top of the hat there. Okay. This we're going to turn into a bit of a band. So we want to go up, up.
Hope all you little sippers are keeping up with us. Are you keeping up?
So we did our big curve. We went in. Then we did another curve that kind of mimics this one here. 2 little lines, and then we're going to join them up too. So there's our band. And then we can do the big kind of witch's peak by going up. This one's going to go up, but then we're going to break it a little bit.
Yeah, they have to have that little break. All witches' hats have a little cheeky break at the top.
They do, don't they? It doesn't just go to a thing. So let's make it look like it's a triangle a little bit. This one will go up as well, but we will stop.
It looks like a cone right now. They've got a little cone on their head.
Yeah.
Got a traffic cone.
And you can make this a bit wobbly and folded. Then we come down at an angle to make it a bit broken. So come down at an angle like this. And then do a little end and then join it up to this bit here. There we go.
Oh, I love it.
This will all be painted.
And yeah, you can do different colours as well. It doesn't have to be our Hogwartsy colour. You can mix it up.
Let's do the broom, which is just a stick going through. Oh, I didn't leave much room for the end of the broom this time.
I didn't leave much room
for the broom. So if you didn't leave much room for the broom, you can actually make the ghost a little bit smaller. So you can cut it in a little bit there. Make it a little bit slimmer, and then you can rub that bit out. So let me rub that bit out.
Okay, and while you're rubbing it out, I'm going to tell you the answer to that first artifact. So I want you to tell me, who was the original Friendly Ghost? It was a film in 1995. Were you even born when that came out? I was. So the answer was Casper. Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Casper the Friendly
If you
Ghost.
knew that, give yourself a little pat on the back.
Okay, I've given a tiny bit more room for the end of the broom. So maybe you could even start with that end part there, which again is a bit like that teardrop shape. It's going out. It's got a little bit of a ruffled edge there. So create that by doing a little round, going to a point, and a round, going to a point. You can break it up a little bit. And then we want to do a stick coming all the way through like this. So find the kind of middle, which is about there. Do a line like this. And then we're going to miss a little bit because this actually goes through the ghost. And then we want to come out the other side. So miss a little bit. Then when you find the middle of the ghost, start doing that line again. Let's make it a bit of a chunkier line so he's not on a twig.
Yeah, that'd be quite hard to balance on a twig.
So we're going to make this a bit more 3D. Take it down here and do another line next to it. Like this. It comes out. Now you've got a bigger broom. Just comes off there. There we go. You can add other elements. Oh, of course, we've got our spider there. But because our background's so dark, we will paint the spider in once we've painted the background. So I won't draw that for now. If there's any other little hats you could draw. As I said, you could do a pumpkin. Maybe you wanted to do a pumpkin down here. So you could do like a big oval shape. Like this. Maybe the little stalk. You don't have to do this bit. And then the pumpkin face, or however you want to do your pumpkin face.
Is anyone making any pumpkins? Are you carving some pumpkins this weekend or on Halloween? If you are, send us your pumpkins.
It's a worried looking one there.
It does look a bit scary.
You can do some of the little carpets too. There we go.
Oh, I like that. I do like that pumpkin.
Up to you. You don't have to do that. There. And we are done with our scare.
Yay! Have a cheeky sip. And while you're having a cheeky sip, do you know what it's time for?
What is it time for?
I think it's time for a dad joke.
Oh dear. Let's see.
Let's see if you can get this one.
You don't need these anymore, so you can put them away.
Extra, extra. Read all about it. Dad joke incoming. Can you get this one? What type of plant do ghosts love to have in their garden? Gotta think about this one. What plant do ghosts love to have in their garden? It might give you a bit of a scare. Think about that.
You're so hard.
I think they're gonna get this. I think they're gonna get this.
Okay, let's have a quick look at the painting.
Let's have a gander.
Talk through the process that we're going to paint in. So we have our dark background, and it's really good to kind of usually paint the dark background first. But with acrylic paint, sometimes they can take a little while to dry. So what we're actually going to do first is we're going to paint a grey base on these ghosts. Then we're going to paint the background, and then we can start adding features like the eyes, the lips, because then that grey bit will kind of be dry by that point. All right, so that's what we're going to do, and then we can start painting the other elements like the leaves and the spider web over the top of the background, because hopefully by that point the background will be dry. So you'll watch the steps. You have to work like that when you're working with acrylic paints. You have to kind of work with the wet paint. When it's wet, you have to let that dry and do a different part, and then keep alternating throughout.
Oh, FYI, because we're about to start using some acrylic paints, can get a bit messy. So if you do have some baby wipes at handy, grab them. Because this could be the savior to your clothes. Get rid of any paint that gets on your fingers, or if you get any paint on your canvas and you want it to go away, like it never happened, just wipe it away before the acrylic paint dries.
So yeah, if you make a mistake, that is, then you can just kind of wipe it away really quickly, get rid of it. Are you wiping around my whole sketch? That is not a mistake. So we're grabbing the medium brush. So you dig inside your box, you'll find your blue brushes. Find the medium one. I couldn't find my medium one today.
Oh no.
So that's why I haven't got my blue set today. So find your medium brush. It looks like this. And get it wet. So dip it in your brush. Dip it in your water. Dip your brush in your water. Tap it off. Tap a little bit more excess off. But now it's nice and slightly damp. Okay, and we're going to make a grey. Now, grey. How do you make grey?
Do you know how to make a grey, little sippers? You know how to make a grey. 2 colours.
So we take some white to the side. Take a little bit of white to the side. Now, we don't want to do a very dark grey. We want to do a very light grey. So we are going to add some black. Black makes grey. Black and white makes grey. Now, you don't want to add too much, because if you add too much, we're going to have dark ghosts, and we want quite light ghosts. So I'm going to add a little bit of black here. Going to mix it in and like see how dark it goes. You just want it going very, very light grey. So yeah, you can see that there. It's a very light grey. If you want it a tiny touch darker, you can add some more if you need to. If it goes too dark, you can add some more white.
So do you always add the dark to the light paint?
Yeah, so I always take some white, or whatever the lightest colour is. You take that to the side, and then very, very slowly add the powerful colour. So the powerful colour in this case is black. It's a lot darker. The darker colours are the powerful colours. Phthalo blue, dark, powerful. This one, not so powerful. So if you were making a green, green is made using yellow and blue. You would take yellow to the side first and add little bits of blue until you get the colour that you want. If you take blue to the side and add yellow, it might not make any difference. You're adding more and more and more yellow, and you waste all your yellow. So take a little bit. So we want a very light grey. I think might even be a tiny touch too dark. Maybe I'll add a bit more wet. Okay, so once I'm ready with that, we're going to paint our friendly ghost.
Oh, I'm excited.
You paint all the way up to the pencil line, and we're actually going to paint over the top of our features here, so our little faces. And you should be able to see the faces still through the sketch. If you can't, you might need to quickly go over the face again in pencil so that you can see through it. So paint your ghost with this grey colour. Now, the reason we're painting grey is it's going to add this kind of 3D dimension. So it's not just going to look really flat. We don't want them just all white. We want them to look like they've got folds in it. So we're going to paint this grey, and then we're going to add some white to lighten them up again. But it's going to create that kind of effect of some folds.
Ah, I see what you mean.
Yeah?
You want it to be almost lifelike. Even though that's a bit of a contradiction for a ghost to look lifelike. We're going to try our best.
Okay, so painting our ghost's grey for now. Paint all the way over your pencil, even your outline, that little art outline bit. You want to paint over that bit.
Doesn't matter if you can still see your lines on the outside.
What, the outline, this bit? No,
Yeah.
not too much. Because we're going to paint the background up to that, so that's fine.
Ah, perfect.
They look quite dark right now. We will lighten them up a little bit. And if you do completely lose your face through this part, it's okay, because we can always paint it back. It's not too difficult to paint the face back. Okay, so paint all three of them. I'm using the medium brush. It gets a little bit difficult with these folds, but just try and do it as best you can.
This with a medium-sized brush?
Yeah, that's it. If you need to get a little bit of water on your brush, might make it go a little bit easier for you.
And remember, sippers, every time you dip, what do you have to do?
Have a cheeky sip.
Have a cheeky sip. Stop taking it so seriously. This is all about the mix and blend. You need a nice, relaxed wrist to get this. So have a cheeky sip and relax. Just relax.
Get into the zone.
Get into the zone.
Okay. You can see now I'm changing my canvas round to the other side, like moving it round. You might need to move your canvas or your paper or whatever you're painting on, drawing on, so that you can get a nice curve.
Yeah, don't feel like you have to have your canvas sitting on the table. Pick it up, move it around, whatever makes it easier for you to apply this colour.
You might be faster than me, or you might be a little bit slower, it doesn't matter. Do it at your pace. You can go ahead if you want.
Just had a thought, this would be an amazing decoration to have out every year.
Yeah.
So every Halloween, why not bring this out? Bring this out. Or why don't you gift this to someone? Halloween little gift.
Oh,
That'll be
that's
quite
nice.
nice.
Go.
So I'll give you enough time now, little sippers, to see if you can get the answer to that last dad joke. Did you get it? Did you get it? I'm going to check. I'm going to double check now. So the question was, what type of plant do ghosts love to have in their garden? The answer I was looking for was bamboo! Of course, they love a bit of booing. They love a bit of scary. It's a bamboo. Did you get that right? If you did, well done.
That's a good one. Bamboo. Okay, so they're looking very grey right now. Don't worry, we'll lighten them up. once we've finished the grey.
You have to be very patient to plant bamboo. And I think ghosts are, because they're not alive. It takes like 5 years to grow Chinese bamboo.
That's it?
Yeah.
I thought they were really, really fast growing.
It takes a long time.
Oh, and once they grow, I think they grow quite quickly.
It says, yeah, it doesn't break through the ground for 5 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
For 5 years. You've got to have a lot of patience. But after 5 years, once it breaks through the ground, it will grow up to 90 feet tall in 5 weeks.
What?
Up to 90. It can grow really, really tall.
That's insane.
So 5 years of nothing, and then boom.
That's mad. That's good.
It's just like, oh, you got to be patient. You got to be patient.
Mhm.
Be like bamboo.
I'm going to wash my brush now, and I'm going to go in with some of that white paint and lighten up some of the ghosts now, but I'm not going to paint over the whole thing. I'm going to just paint over parts of it. So grabbing some white paint, and I'm going to add some of this white paint now.
Oh, you just adding it directly onto the off-white that you have?
Yeah, but I'm not going to paint over the whole thing. Can you see how I'm kind of leaving little parts of that grey peeping through? So I'm losing a little bit of that face sketch. We'll find it again. So you can see it's lighting up, but can you see some of that grey peeping through? It's giving that little bit of a fold now.
I like that technique.
But you can always make it even lighter a little bit later. So I'm leaving some of that, and it looks a little bit more textured. Looks like there's some pleats and some folds in the ghost's appearance. Okay. So you can see I'm just kind of doing squiggly lines, painting down wobbly lines there. There we go. See some of the grey peeping through. You see I'm doing wobbly lines there, so it looks like there's still some of them folds. There we go. And then wait for that to dry, and we'll do the faces a little bit later. You can't really massively see the faces, but they are there. Hidden. And if you hold them up to the light, you can see them even better.
I can see that now.
I don't know if there is any light here. We've got a light, maybe. But you can see if you get a little bit of a light right behind it, you can actually see the faces even better. So you just hold it up to light. But we're going to wait for this to dry. While we wait for that to dry, let's paint the background.
Okay, before that, I think we're going in with another dad joke.
Yes.
I think we need to get your creative brains thinking. Are you ready for this, little sippers? Are you ready? See if you can get this. Where do our friendly ghosts like to go on holiday? If they can go anywhere in the world, where would they like to go? Think about it. It's going to have a little bit of a pun in there. This might be a little bit scary. Put those things together, you've got the answer.
Where do we want to go on holiday? Right, so we are now moving to our big brush where we're going to paint the background. It's a big part of the canvas, so we want to move to a bigger brush. It might be difficult going around the broom and the ghost at some point, so you might move to a medium brush, but we want to stick to our big brush where possible. This background isn't completely black. It's actually a little bit of blue in there. So it's like a bluey, navy blue, dark blue, bluey black. So we're actually going to mix some of our phthalo blue with some black. Which one is darker? Black. Black's always darker. So I'm going to take some of this blue over here. Quite a lot of it actually, because we're painting the whole background. And then I'm going to put some black in there. Now black is a bit more powerful, not too much. So I'm not going to put as much black in. But black and blue, mix them together. And you'll get like a navy blue. If it just looks black, then you can just add a bit more blue. It's definitely got a kind of bluey black colour to it. Might even add a bit more of that blue.
It looks like a stormy sky colour.
Yeah. You can add a touch of white if you wanted to, just for that matte-ness. Get a little matte colour. Lightens it a tiny bit, but it still kind of gives you that kind of bluey black. Add a little bit more white. So you can see here, it's kind of got that bluey black colour. And then once we're done there, we're going to take it back round with that big brush.
And this is where you really get to have a play. Lap it on. Pop it anywhere you like. This is where you really, really get to express that full length of that brush stroke. Just go for it. And a little sip tip, make sure you paint the sides of the canvas while you're doing this. Because you will kick yourself at the end. You're like, why didn't I paint the canvas? When you hang up on your wall, you'll see all those white bits around the corners. So paint the tops, paint the sides, and even the bottom of your canvas. You'll thank me later.
That bit's always forgotten about the bottom. So you can see I'm painting it all. You can add a bit of water into your paint or on your brush.
And what's the rule, sippers? Every time you dip,
you gotta have a
cheeky sip. I'll have a little sip myself. Delightful. Good? Very nice. This is a sparkling British raspberry lemonade.
Nice. Then you can go round the ghost. So you can use the very, very tip to kind of go round like this. Like this. And paint. Might even try and go in the middle.
Oh, that's a tight squeeze. That's a tight squeeze.
You can always move to a different brush if you're not confident in doing that bit there yet. Move down to a small brush or a medium brush. Or you can just really, really try and use the tip. Getting a nice kind of dark background now. So I'm going to try go around here. You can see how much paint I'm using. Lots and lots of paint.
Gotta lap it on. Lap it on.
Otherwise, it's going to be difficult. You'll get that kind of dry effect. So you can see I'm using not that much on the side. I'm having to get everything off my brush. But when I'm at the front, I just use as much as possible. Just keep dabbing it into the squares. You'll see these little canvas squares. So you have to just keep dabbing and it goes in between. Because they're like tiny little holes, really. And you need to get them in the hole.
Fill every single one.
And go around the hats. That's a difficult one.
Right now, you might be in the zone. This is probably the best time to let you know. If you're enjoying this and you're in the zone, why not subscribe to the Art Sippers YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Why not? Give us a cheeky follow on Instagram. We are Art Sippers Kids. We're also Art Sippers. So why not? Give us a cheeky follow. It does always help us to know who's enjoying the show.
There we go. Get all of the little gaps. Just be very careful as you go around the hat. If, as I said, if your brush is too big for this bit, just move down to a smaller brush. Concentration. Go around the hat, the peak of the hat too. There we go. So get a nice bold colour. So I'm nearly running out of this colour. Might have to even get some more soon. Try and make it go a little bit further if I can. Get some more here. Go around the broom. Concentrate. And then we go around here. Go around here. Go around all the little pleated bits that we did. Wavy. There we go. Go around all the edges. And then fill in. So you might go really careful around the edges, and then you just fill in all the bits that don't need as much time and detail. And just blocking in this bit.
Give you enough time now, Sippers. I think you can get this one. I want you to know, where does our friendly ghosts go on holiday? Where do they go on vacation? Where do they like to relax? Where do they like to chill out? Where do the ghosts like to go? I'll tell you where. It's Malibu. See, there's going to be a lot of booze in this. You get that kind of trend. So usually, if you're not sure, just think of a boo, it's probably that. So that's the answer. Boo, Malibu. Did you get it? Did you get it? If you did, well done, you.
I have run out of my background colour, so I need to make some more. So what I just do, I squeeze some blue on, but look how much came out.
That's a lot.
Might squeeze some of that back in the bottle later. So I'm taking some of that blue, remember, and then some black, mixing them together to get this kind of navy blue. I'll make enough this time to cover that background. There's a lot to cover. And then once I've got, remember we added a little bit of this white too. I do like a little touch of white, just to lighten it up a tiny bit. And then let's get back doing that background. Hopefully this is the same colour.
Fingers crossed.
Very similar.
Oh, that's a colour match. Well done, picture.
Very similar. Okay, so thank you. So I can go around the ghost here.
And is this still with the large brush, picture?
I am still using the large brush, yes. But like I said, if it gets a bit too detailed, like this bit here might be a bit too small to go in with the big brush. So what you can do is you can get your medium brush, load it up with that dark colour, and then you can just fill in that area with the medium brush. So that's a sensible idea if your brush is too big and this gap is too small. Okay. So I'm just painting around the broomstick.
So you get the details. So you get the details. If you need to go to your smallest brush, why not? To get down to those extra little details.
Yeah, you can go to this small. So I'm painting all the way up to the pencil line.
This is a challenge in itself. Told you, we're going to give you a challenge. This is the Art Sippers challenge. The challenge is to get all these little details because this is going to really make your masterpiece sing.
Ooh, it's hard to talk whilst concentrating.
Are you finding it difficult,
Hold your
sippers?
breath.
Are you finding it difficult? Are you holding your breath? What is your focus face? Everyone has a focus face when they're getting into the details. Do you stick your tongue out? I see that a lot when we're doing our classes.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they're focusing, tongue comes out. Or a lot of people frown. They have a frown face, like that. Frown face. Or they hold their breath, like picture. When she's doing those little focus lines, she actually holds her breath. But she thinks it gets a more refinement on those lines. What do you do? What kind of thing do you do with your face when you're getting your concentration on sippers?
Nearly there. Last little bit round here. And then we're done with the background. Well, not done with the background, but we're done with the main base layer of the background. Still got the leaves and stuff to add.
Oh, I've got a dad joke. It's gonna be better. It's gonna be harder actually. I say better, it's gonna be harder. I'm warming you little sippers up now. I'm warming you up. Start off with some easy ones. It's time to go a little bit higher. Who loves a horse? I love a horse. Do you know who loves a horse? Ghosts. Who would have thought that? Ghosts love a horse. And you're gonna have to try and think about this answer. What type of horse do ghosts like to ride? What type of horse do ghosts like to ride?
What?
Who would have thought that ghosts like a horse ride? That's the question.
Well, they like a broom ride.
You can get the answer, they do. They love a broom ride too. I don't like anything. I don't know why they need to even have a ride. They can fly anywhere. Just being lazy, jumping on a horse.
Okay, last little bit here now. Now that's pretty good, solid layer. I think I've got most of that. Oh, look, around the pumpkin.
Oh, pumpkin patch.
Didn't do this bit around the pumpkin.
Have you missed any parts? Have a look on your canvas, see if there's any little parts that have any white spaces. Have you done those sides? Have you done the bottom? Just have a little look before we go into the next stage.
Okay.
Oh, we're really getting that. Do you know what we should do once we've done the back?
What's that?
I think we should celebrate. With a cheeky sip.
Sip.
Come on. I say we. I'm going to take your sip and have a little cheeky on the side.
I need to do this little bit in the corner because I'm holding that.
Remember, if you want one of these cheeky sips, they're inside our Sippers Creative gift boxes. They will come to you. They've got all the tools you need to create this masterpiece. We've got the paints, we've got the canvases, and we've even got a cheeky sip. And a little nibble in there aside. So if you haven't grabbed your nibble already, we got some candy kittens and some chocolate bar. So if you want to have a little nibble of those right now, go for it. Because creating is thirsty and hungry work.
All right. I'm going to wash my brush, both of them, as I used to. Clean them. And then we're going to mix the next colour. Okay. Clean, clean, clean. Wipe it on the paper towel. Have a sip.
Double sips, double sips.
Go in with the medium brush next. So make sure it's very clean. And let's paint the lovely little hat.
Let's do it.
Now you can do the hat in any colour you want. I'll go for a purpley colour. So purple, how do we make purple? Purple, we use red and blue. So the primary colours, red and blue. So we've got red here and our blue. Which one's a more powerful colour? Which one's the darker version? Blue. So we start with red. Let's take some red to the side. Like this. A little bit of red. And then we're going to add a bit of the blue in there. But blue is so strong. So we're going to add a tiny bit to start with. And we'll see what happens. So see, I use a tiny bit and it starts to go deeper. And a little bit more. And it's going darker again. And you can see it's just slowly getting darker. And whenever you're happy with the colour purple, we're going to add that to our hat. All right, so add that. Oh, it's a little bit darker than I thought.
Oh, I like that. It's got a kind of like muddy look to it.
A little bit darker. There you go. It's like a burgundy color.
Yeah, I like that. Very of the season. My picture said, are you going out, you checking out those leaves that are falling off those lovely, lovely trees right now? Got the oranges, you got the reds, all those differences in colour. I do love it in this season. I think autumn is one of my favourite seasons. Just after summer. You can't beat a nice bit of sunshine. But straight after autumn.
I love a nice burgundy Hogwarts colour. And then do the pink bit here too. There we go. I'm going to move my canvas around to get that curved line here. That's it. Curving it round. Voila! While you've got this reddy kind of purpley colour, I actually like to add a couple of little leaves down here as well. So I'm actually going to do a couple of little splodges for leaves. So you can see here, almost like a little, I don't know how to explain the shape. So you kind of go curved line this way, curved line this way to give you a little bit of a peak.
Almost looks like a lip. A lip.
Yeah.
Lip shape. Sideways lip.
A couple of these little leaves, the little dark reddy purple leaves that you sometimes see on the floor. Some of the acer trees give you some nice leaf shapes, leaf colours. So maybe a couple up here. Maybe one up here too.
Yeah, you can put them wherever you like.
Kind
These are floating all around. They're just like, they're playing around, they're having a bit of fun. The leaves are flying in the air, just like they don't care.
Okay, now we're going to mix up this kind of orange colour here. Orangey yellow colour here. Give your medium brush a good wash. We've got orange. We're going to change this colour a tiny bit, make it a little bit lighter. We're going to add some yellow to it. So take some yellow to the side. Add a little bit of orange in there. And you're straight away, you're getting a little bit of a lighter orange. So it's not as dark as that. It's a little bit lighter. And I really like this colour, and I think this will look nice next to this kind of reddy purple, burgundy colour.
I think so. It brightens up the page a little bit because it's such a dark background.
Yeah. So we'll add that to the hat to start with. Now, the medium brush, it might be too difficult for you to kind of paint this in there. So you can go to your small brush if you want and paint the little band with the small brush. There you go.
So you need a steady hand. So you need a steady hand, Zippers. Get that really small brush in the pack and get your band game on. This is where you're going to hold your breath. You might even copy picture. Hold your breath. Get your focus face on. Get that perfect band in that lovely orange that you created.
Whew.
And breathe.
I was concentrating. Okay, let's do some little leaves with that colour too, because these are nice colours for leaves. So again, you can do some little leaf shapes, some little splodges. If your background is dry, this should be quite easy. If it's wet, you might want to wait for it to dry a little bit more. I'm going to add a little leaf here. So you can actually do maybe 3 little strokes like this. Look, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I like that.
Looks like a little bit of a leaf that way. Do another one here, maybe 1, 2, 3. Maybe I'll do a few more down here.
And this is where you get to find your own happy place. Find wherever you want to pop these leaves.
Exactly.
Any little spaces where you think, why not? Pop it there. Just pop it there. Don't overthink it.
Baby one.
Oh, we got a baby white shot. Have you got some? Where did you get a picture?
I got it on my
Show a little
palm.
sipper. See? See, it happens. And this, look at this. Look at this. Magic. It starts to disappear.
Very
After
good,
a few
very
swipes, it's gone.
Okay, so do some more of these orange ones, maybe flying in the air over above the ghost over here.
And while you're filling these in, I'm going to fill you in with the answer to the last dad joke. Did you get it? I want to know about horses and ghosts. What type of horse do ghosts ride? I told you, I'm going to step it up, make it a little bit harder. But I think some of you little sippers, you're witty. You're witty, so you've got this one. So what type of horse do ghosts like to ride? So you know your horses, you know they're also called something else. They're called mares. So the answer I was looking for was a nightmare. That's what they want to ride. They want to...
That's a difficult one.
It was very hard. I'm making it hard. I told you. I'm upping the levels. If you got that one right, give yourself an extra pat on the back. Extra.
Put them in the comments. Even if you're joining at a later date, test yourself.
Test yourself. A nightmare. I think that's like legendary. I think that's legendary.
Okay, so there's my leaves. I might add a little bit of an orange leaf in there too. So we've got our light orange, but maybe a darker orange. So we can just go straight in with our orange here. You can use your yellow ochre as well. That would be nice. You can do some orange, bright orange leaves. There we go.
And just for some of our sippers out there, if you don't know what a mare is an adult female horse or ever equine.
Ah.
In most cases, a mare is a female horse over the age of 3. And a filly is a horse 3 and younger.
Oh,
So
I didn't know that.
that's what a mare is. That's why you got to know.
That's why they call it. So there we go. Got some orange, maybe even some red. And your ochre yellow. So you can wash your brush or you can leave it as it is. Some red leaves. You get some red leaves sometimes, don't you? Bright red. And some of them. Yellow ochre. And as many leaves as you want. You don't have to do that many. I've added a lot more this time.
You've gone for it. You love your leaves today.
Looks nice and autumny. Okay, I won't add any more for now. Let's do the little rosy cheeks.
Rosie.
How do we make pink?
Ooh, that's a test. Do you know, little sippers? Do you know? Of course you do.
Pink. Okay, so pink is made using white and red. So take some white to the side first, because that is the lightest one. Add a very small touch of red. And straight away you get pink. Now if it's too dark, you want lighter, you add more white. If you want it darker, you add more red. I'm happy with that, but I'm using my medium brush to mix. But medium brush is probably going to be a bit too big for the cheeks. So I'm going to go down to my small brush. Make sure it's clean. Have a sip.
We'll have a cheeky sip. Was that a gulp? Was that a gulp? That was a gulp.
It went straight down my throat. And then we're going to add our little rosy cheeks. So you might be able to see it. If you can't, hold it up to the light. You should be able to see it.
Hold it up to light. You can see it peeking through.
Mm-hmm. See your little rosy cheeks. When you're using your small brush, you really don't breathe.
Details matter. It's all about the details. Are you getting those details over these rosy cheeks? I think this is what makes them extra friendly. You don't really see ghosts with blush on their face. They're blushing. Ghosts are blushing. I love that. Cheeky. Makes them look extra cheeky.
They do look cheeky.
Talking about cheeky, I did a hard dad joke. Let's go in for an easier one. Let's go. I'm gonna go medium level now. Medium level. Let's get somebody extra thinking right now. Because I know you're thinking about the rosy cheeks. I want you to think about this. Are you ready? Are you ready? I love dessert. I love it. I can't get enough. I could eat cake every day. It feels up to me. Every day.
I think I would. I think I do.
I think we both do. But can you tell me what is a ghost's favourite dessert? They love it. They love this dessert. You might see them do this to other people. That's a nice tip. I'm making it easy for you. If you know the answer, shout it out. Get your creative brains thinking.
I'm just going to add some orange. Maybe I'll mix it with a tiny bit of yellow to make it a bit lighter. I'm going to paint my little pumpkin here. I forgot to paint my pumpkin when we did the orange. Got to paint the pumpkin orange. So I'm just adding a little bit of that colour, of that orange colour, straight from the tube. And then we will do the broom, which is in this nice burnt umber brown. Okay. Make sure you paint all the way up to the little white squares. The broom is brown, and so is this little bit on top of a pumpkin, so I'm going to paint that in a minute. Cool. Wash, brush. Let's make it a brown.
Every time you dip,
You want to have a cheeky sip?
have a cheeky sip. Come on, little sippers. And people always ask us, why are we wearing these berets? And where can I get my own? Well, we love to wear berets because we are all about the sip beret. And it also helps you just to get into the character of an artist. Sometimes we have those voices in the head saying, I'm not creative. When you pop this on, this is like your superpower to get into character. Superman has his cape. Batman has his cape and his glasses and his whole shimmy. We've got this. This makes us feel like a creative. So when you pop this on, you get that confident stance, that artistic pose. That means you're ready to create a masterpiece. And if you want to get your own, artsippers.com/shop.
Brown. Now we have got our lovely brown colour here. If we wanted to make this brown lighter, a lot of people think, oh, add some white to it. It'll make it lighter. Now that is true. You do get lighter if you add white to it. But it gets a little bit of a weird colour.
Oh, it does.
It's I don't even know how to explain kind of that colour.
Chocolatey, moussey colour.
It's a bit of a mousse colour. That's great.
Yeah, chocolatey moussey.
But let's have a look at if we add maybe yellow or orange to brown to see what colour that goes. So let's add a tiny bit of brown there, and we're going to add some orange to it this time to make it a little bit of a different colour. And now you can see it gets a little bit lighter, but it stays that kind of nice chocolatey colour, so it doesn't go too moussey. Stays nice chocolatey. So now you've got like an orangey brown colour, which is really nice. And that's the colour we're going to use for our broom. So mix a little bit of orange into your brown. We're going to use this one. So it's a bit lighter. You can see that this is darker. It's a little bit lighter. We use this nice chocolatey, little bit of a lighter brown. We're going to do our broomstick. Now, if you want to and you're feeling brave, you can use your medium brush.
Oh, brave.
And you can use your medium brush and go like this and do side to side, and it will create a little stick.
Oh, nice.
If that is not working for you, go down to your small brush and use your small brush to do it. It's a little bit harder to do it with a small brush sometimes, but you have a little bit more control over certain areas. You might just go a bit wobbly, but that's okay because a lot of these broomsticks are a little bit wobbly.
Yeah, they've always got a little bit of a wonk to them, which isn't bad. So yeah, wonky broom, not a bad thing.
Not at all.
Just find what makes you control your brush better, and then pick that one up.
Everyone's different, so everyone works slightly different, and they hold their brushes differently. So it's not working the way that I showed you the first time. Try a different way. Keep trying on your end. Okay, I'm going to go to the medium brush for the end of the broom. Get a little bit more on my brush. Running out a little bit actually. There we go.
I do like that. I do like that broom.
And then I actually like to go in with this small brush.
It's time to go in.
I'll show you on this one first. And then start adding some of these other little colours. So we've got our light, you've got some dark brown going through there and a tiny bit of yellow. A little bit on the broomstick there too. So yeah, let's use our small brush. Let's go in with the dark brown. So this is the one that we didn't mix with the orange. And you can just put a couple of lines of this. Can you see?
Very subtle, but it really does make the difference. It makes it look like all those strands on those brushes, all those brooms you get, all those thick bristles.
Yeah, like a brush, like a paintbrush. Bristles.
That's so true. It's just like a big paintbrush.
Yeah. So you can see now it's got a little bit more definition. Don't forget to do the little one up here.
So true.
You've got your small brush. Do the little stalk on the pumpkin. This is quite a big stalk actually. You can even add a touch of this yellow ochre, the mustard yellow if you want.
Why not? Throw it all in there right now. Throw it in there.
With yellow or orange. Might add a little bit of a groove on here too. Okay. And even if you wanted to, a touch of black. Add even more depth. Nearly there now. Getting there, it's coming together.
It really is. Slow and steady, slow and steady. And have a cheeky sip. Okay, now it's time to see if you got the answer to the last dad joke. All I want to know, ghosts, dessert, what's their favourite? Did you get the answer? I love this. If it isn't cake, it's something that accompanies my cake. It's this. It's called ice cream. They make people scream. It's an ice cream. That's what ghosts like. So you got that right. I salute you.
I like it. Ice cream. All right. So we are going to grab our medium brush. We're going to make a runny black paint. Now this runny black paint is going to help us do all these outlines, bring our ghosts to life.
I like that. Runny black paint.
Runny black paint. And we're going to do all these lines, outlines, spider, and we also need to do the spider web as well.
Yes.
But we can do that in white. Right, grab your medium brush. Get a bit of water on it. Now you want to not tap off the water this time because you're going to get that droplet. You see that droplet there? You're going to get that droplet of water and you're going to put it on your paint palette. So let's see if I can get it on my paint palette.
Ooh, there we go.
There we go. So I've got a little puddle. Get a couple of droplets. 1, 2, 3. 3 or 4. And then get some of that black paint. I can't really tip this to show you because it will run everywhere. But you can see we're making a little runny black puddle. I'm using the medium brush to mix at the moment. And you want it nice and runny.
Oh, I can see that, yeah.
You can see it, right? So it's nice and runny. You can, with this runny paint, we're going to do the outline. So I'm going to a bit more water in there. But we're not going to do the outlines with the medium brush. We're just mixing. We always mix with a medium or big brush. We never mix with a small brush. Small brush is way too delicate to mix with. Okay, once you've done that, get rid of your medium brush. Get your small brush. Make sure that there's no water up here. And then we're going to dip the very, very tip of the brush into your runny black paint.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Okay? And then we are going to start painting in our lovely ghosts. So we can start by doing their faces to bring them alive. So I'm going to reach over here and I'm going to do the mouth. And you can see the black runny paint is helping do a nice fine line. Perfect. I'm going to do the eyes. Oh, these eyes are getting bigger and bigger. Here we go. I can see my sketch ever so slightly. If you can't, hold it up to the light. You might be able to see it then. And if you can't see it at all, then paint in a new face. There we go. Smiley face for this one. It's okay if you're running behind. You can always catch up in your own time. You might have the rest of your Sunday to do it. You might be catching up with this one on a complete different day.
That's so true, and that's what we say. Please send them in to us. We would love to see your creations. Use the hashtag ArtSippersChallenge. Follow us. Spread the word.
Tell everyone you can about it.
Exactly.
Get the world creative.
Creativity is contagious.
My smile is getting bigger and bigger.
It is. It's a really big smile now. That's a very, very friendly ghost. He's overly friendly now.
Overly friendly. Your face might ever so slightly change, and that's okay. Try not to rush it. Take your time.
Yes, Elizabeth, send them in to us on our Facebook group. It's Art Sippers Kids Club. You'll find us on Facebook. Just search and you'll see us. We're there. And pop in your creations. Pop in anything creative. We want to see it all. We don't mind. We love creativity. Creativity makes us happy. So if you're doing something, you're like, I don't have anyone to share this with. Do you know who you need to share it with? Naughty and Picture. We would love to see it. So anything creative, send it in to the Art Sippers Kids Club. We are all for it. We are all for creativity. It gives you confidence, did you know?
It does indeed. And you might not notice it straight away, but as you start painting, sharing your work with people, showing people, getting that feedback, eventually over time you just get more and more confident in your abilities. Start trying other new things, other creative things like carving pumpkins, drawing, sketching, pottery making.
It's endless, right? Creativity is endless. Infinite possibilities. Once you start creating, you just can't stop. You can't stop. That is why they say it's contagious.
Then you can outline things like the hat. You might want to outline the hat. There we go. And the whole of the ghost. So I'm doing it quite fast, but you can really just take your time and do it nice and properly.
Oh, because you're doing the witch outline, I've got a great bad joke about a witch. I've got a great one.
Oh, come on then.
Okay. See if you can get this one. Little sippers, are you ready? Here we go. What do you call a witch that lives on a beach? You usually don't see witches on a beach, but if you did, what would you call that witch? I'll say it again. What would you call a witch that lives on a beach? Think about it. You can get this one. Get your creative brains thinking. Come on.
Remember we did all these little folds up here like this?
Yes.
You've got to fill in these now. Do your original pencil sketch, but with black paint. So you might see some of these folds still.
Bit of movement with these folds, they look good.
Go all the way up if you want. Make sure that paint is still kind of slightly runny, otherwise you're going to find this a bit difficult. Mine needs to be a little bit runnier, I think.
That's it.
Put a little bit more water in there. There you go. So our ghosts have finally got their smiley faces. You can move these around and you can do the whole outline around the whole ghost.
Yeah, let's really make sure ghosts stand out, because obviously they're a bit off-white, so they can be a bit hidden. So this nice little outline does make them pop. You'll find that when you do art, you can't think of anything else. This is why we love creativity. There's so much noise, there's so much distractions. We've got smartphones, we've got social media, we've got all the things on TV. This is something that you can just switch off, but weirdly, you actually switch on. So if you can do some creativity, you'll find it's a great time to just reflect and get yourself into a nice mindful state. So if you're ever thinking, so much going on, I feel overwhelmed, do some art. It will hopefully calm that down. It's a great way to just switch off. Like I said, you'll switch on. I guarantee it.
You're right. It's a very nice way to just calm yourself down when things get a little bit intense. You can also go around these leaves. So you can do little... Go around the leaves.
Yeah, I'll show them what you've done on your original. These look incredible.